G'day, Livio Regano with tonight's weather. It's been a day of tremendous variety across Queensland, from dearth in the south to deluge in the north, and it's about to get even more complicated as a cyclone spins up in the Coral Sea. Today's temp range in Toowoomba was 17 to 28 degrees. That's about average, or more or less, at both ends. And Warwick is a little warmer on 31, Dalby decidedly hot on 35. On the satellite loop first, very plump storms all over the place, especially tropical Queensland, where we saw those heavy falls around the Herbert-Burdekin area. In the south, it's been a lot nicer, just under a ridge of high pressure, which we'll see in a moment. And you can also see the first signs of that circulation in the Solomon Sea, which is set to become a cyclone later in the week. Today's chart, there's that ridge of higher pressure encroaching on the southeast, which has kept conditions fine. Meanwhile, there's that little subtle kink in the isobars that set off that heavy rain around the Herbert-Burdekin later on. And of course, there's that monsoon low forming along the trough in the Solomon Sea. Tomorrow's chart, that low begins to deepen in earnest quite rapidly, and by Thursday we're expecting it to be a tropical cyclone, but it will at this stage stay well off the coast as it moves south. Now, the latest from BOM, the Darling Downs and Granite Belt forecast. Late storms in the southwest only, otherwise fine with a high fire danger. Dalby 34 degrees, Gundawindi 37, Toowoomba 29, Warwick 17 to 31. For the southeast coast, fine though partly cloudy. Gatton and Ipswich, both 32 degrees, Brisbane 30. Looking ahead for Toowoomba, uncertainties in the cyclone track will make it difficult to predict beyond Thursday, but the general trend is for cooler, cloudier and windier conditions ahead of a sunny weekend. For Warwick, again, we see temperatures to be quite cool at first, but next week and even on Sunday into the high 30s as the cyclone pulls away to New Zealand. And for Dalby as well, again, it does depend on that track, so any changes could make a very big difference, but at this stage we could even reach the 40s by next week. I answered this question last summer, but it's come up again for obvious reasons. Why does humidity make the heat seem worse? You sweat just as much in dry heat, but that sweat evaporates before you even see it. Evaporation helps carry heat away from the body and keep the skin cool, just like a car radiator. On humid days, the air is so saturated with moisture, it can't evaporate your sweat properly. It just sticks to your skin and the body has no way of cooling itself. Hope that makes sense. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and now it's back to the team.
Wonderful, Lou. Good on you, mate. Thanks very much for your company, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. And also a reminder, you can watch a replay of our news if you missed anything on the 7plus app, or catch up on our page 7news.com.au. And from all of us here, good night. Good night.